Don't even know where the trail is.
Hello, I'm out at Cathkin Braes today. It's a place that I've been quite a few times, but I've never really explored any of the more natural or unofficial trails, so let's go take a look.
If you're not familiar with Cathkin Braes, it's a pretty small spot, just about 15 minutes from the centre of Glasgow. I believe the original trails here, which is a big XC loop and a few other little trail centre gravelly things, were built for the 2014 Commonwealth Games in there in Glasgow. Since then those trails have sort of fallen off a little bit and they're not really the best, but there's a few other trails that people have been building up here that should be pretty fun to ride, so we're going to give them a try today. As it's a really short climb here, I tend to just go in for a lap of the blue trail first. It's not the most exciting, but it's just something to get the legs warmed up really. So we'll give that a go. Oh, it's overgrown today. It's definitely a little bit up and down, but just give you something to do when you get here. Too many nettles for my liking today though. As you can see, the corns are pretty washed out, but good practice for your feet. And that's us. So I've spotted a trail to the side just over here. It looks like it has a few fun corners and a few rooty bits, so I'll take a look on trail for it, so maybe we'll hit that one next. So I found here what appears to be the start of that trail that we just saw. It kind of just, if you look on the map, runs alongside the climb, which is the Nay Bother climb. And I think it's called Beside the Clyde, so I'll try my best to follow it, but it looked pretty fun from the way up. Take it nice and chill, the first one. Oh, that's wet. Pretty flat so far, but the ground feels good. Whoa. Definitely slick today. Ooh. Highlight, I think. I think that's us. So I think I maybe missed the end of that trail a little bit, but it was just like another 50 metres or so. We'll take another one of the original trails, which is an old dual slalom kind of track down to go over that way onto the other climb, and then we'll take it from there. So you wouldn't really seen this from the last lap because we just went straight in, but here's the view you get on top of Cathkin, which is pretty cool. You can see the whole of Glasgow really. And this is the next trail we're going to hit here, which I think is called Double Dare, and I believe it used to be like a dual slalom track, but it's definitely all just merged into one. And from what I remember from riding it last time, it's a little bit dodgy. Here we go, Double Dare. Woohoo, tight. Definitely loose and overgrown. Drop to the other lane. Oh, I can't see. Whoa. I think if visibility was better, it'd be a little more fun, but can't really see where you're going. But more importantly, it's got us over to the other climb. So this is the climb on, I guess what you'd call the east side, but the left-hand side if you're facing the hill from the car park. And it's a little bit longer, but also a little flatter, so it gives you a slightly different route at least. Check the state of all these nettles and branches that we're getting on the way up. And the way down, I guess. It's definitely a little overgrown, but everything seems to be still rideable just now. So here's our next trail. I think it actually starts just over there, but it gives you a nice run in from here. And you can kind of see up there, there's probably a bit more of a trail further up, but as far as I can tell from being here and also looking at the map, there's not much up there. I've also adjusted the angle of the GoPro a little bit. I'm quite new at this, so we're just trying to figure it out. So hopefully this will be a little bit better. And I have ridden this trail before, so hopefully I should at least kind of know where I'm going. Let's give it a go. And as I say, I should know where I'm going. I'm already lost. Take two. Oh, got a tree friend. And if I didn't mention before, I'm pretty sure this trail is called Troglodyte. See nice little berms. Oh, bit of puddle there. Woo! And this bit's really tight from what I remember. Yeah. And kind of just a bit of a traverse across here, a few trees in the way. And a bit of a pedal. But then the second half of the trail across the road is pretty fun. It's a little bit techy, a few tight corners. Here we go. Woo. Take the real high line if I remember, through the tree. Woo. Oh no. Absolutely not my finest work. I'll clean it up next lap. Try again. Yeah. You go through here, a little gap. Woo. And then out to the lower road. So I definitely messed up in the middle there. It's a bit slicker the last time I rode, and also that was just my fault. So maybe go up and give that one another lap, see if we can get a clean one. Right, let's try that one again. I think I've ridden that trail maybe 4 or 5 times now, and I don't think I've made it down clean once. I think I just get a bit too excited when the corners start to feel good, and then I just completely forget where I'm going. So here we go, Troglodyte number 2. Less chatting, more locking in. So let's try to get these tight turns better here and fight off the ferns. Get a nice high line through the tree again. Oh, much better. A little better. I'm not sure if you heard the distinct sound of me swallowing a fly there though, so that was an unwelcome surprise. So what's really nice about riding here is you can actually access pretty much all of the trails from each of the climbs. So everything's just sort of built off of these existing paths. So it means you can mix it up and have a slightly different lap each time, which makes it a little less boring on the way up. I've not ridden this next trail, but it looks like it just comes off of this side over here somewhere. Yeah, that's looking pretty overgrown, but I feel like I maybe see some tyre marks, so we'll give it a go. I believe this trail is called Doolittle, and we'll give it a go and see if it's still riding. It might be more of a winter trail though, going by the ferns. Oh yeah, I can't see anything. Don't even know where the trail is. Okay, hopefully the bottom section, like the other one's a little bit clearer. Okay, this might be a write-off. That was probably some of the more deadly biking I've done. No, I couldn't even see where the trail was. I guess it drops off at the side too. Let's just pretend this is the start of the trail. We'll give it a go. Woohoo! Little gap. Oh, it's fast. This a route? Gotta be. Ah, now that there was pretty fun, nice and fast, but we're not really at the bottom of the hill. I think up there is maybe where we came from for the last one, so maybe we'll meet it somewhere. Yeah, I feel like in the right conditions that trail would be really fun, and if you could tell where you were going, because who knows what I was riding there. But I want to come back to maybe a different season. Oh man, even the pavements are overgrown here. So I probably was going to make that last trail my last one, but I think since it didn't really link up, I'll try and find something else that's a bit nicer to ride. I think I know what sort of area to stay out of. Everything over there is just sort of ferns and bracken, so that's not going to be ideal. So anything with deeper trees might be good to go. So I'll have a quick look and we'll find one. So it looks like this last trail I'm going to do has a bit more of a top section than I realised. So I think the further along the hill you go, it gets a little bit steeper. So we'll give it a try from the top, and then maybe even the trails that on earlier will be better as well. Right, so that's us made it to the top. I think there should be a little more elevation from here, so this might be a bit of a longer trail, which could be cool. I think what I'm going to try and ride, going by the map, is something called double standards, and then halfway down, sort of at the climb crossing, it will swap into Chupacabra. So maybe take a little pause and figure out where I'm going halfway, because I'm clearly not the best with directions today. Let's get in a realistic gear, starting with double standards. Whoa, steep. Woohoo! Bit of a muddy section there. I think I've got to keep right here. I've lost all my speed, and then right again. Cool. Oh, it's bumpy. Whew. Definitely a little rootier and more rough than the last one. Still pretty cool. Oh, definitely has overgrown. Whoa, almost straight off there. Oh, that's a cool section. Keep nice and high. Oh, that's the wrong route. Oh, I can't see around the ferns. In we go. Oh, this feels familiar to what we done earlier. And then out to the road again. Cool. So that seems like earlier when we were lost, we caught the end of that Chupacabra trail, assuming that's where I was meant to go there. But that was pretty fun. That's a really nice top to bottom, so I'll definitely ride that again at some point. Great, so that was an attempt to try to find some new trails to ride at Cathkin Braes, and a lot of them are really fun. It's a little bit hard for me to see where I'm going. It's probably a me problem rather than actual trail diggers, but also on that note, shout out to anyone who builds here, because it makes such a difference. If it was just the existing trails, all the gravelly ones, it wouldn't be worth coming here. If anyone rides here more often and has an idea of any trails that I should try and hit, then please do let me know, or also tell me if I was going the wrong way there, or if anything was named differently. Also, if anyone has any ideas of other places to ride on in Glasgow, then please let me know. I've not ridden that many places since being here. I tend to just travel and meet up with people that don't live in Glasgow, so if you have any suggestions, please just let me know. Cheers.